installing device is, you see these here, these top three have got little green dots next to them. This one's highlighting, it's the actual installing Windows portion. Okay, see, this is the regional and language settings. Normally, unless you're doing something funky, all you got to do is this one right here, click next. Okay, now what it's going to ask for is your name. Put you know, whatever name in there. I'm doing this for a buddy of mine, so trying to help him out. I'm going to put in his name. Okay, now I'm going to pause you guys for a second, because this part is what really is the main important thing. You always got to make sure to have your product key. Now, depending on the kind of computer you may or may not have, I'm going to half cover this one up because the numbers are important and you do want to keep them to yourself. But this sticker right here, it'll actually say Dell XP, Windows XP, you know, Home Edition, Pro Edition, Multimedia, however, and there'll be a 25-digit code right there, and you need that as your product key. That's what will help you activate and run Windows. Okay, so don't freak out. I'm gonna just cover the screen real quick, or better yet, put you on pause. You'll see the next, where I'm wiggling the mouse. After you type in your 25-digit code, you click next. This comes up again. If you want to name your computer something, be my guest. I always just leave it default. This here is just claiming this computer's name is. I just click next, let it name itself. Some people, you know, name them themselves. I don't. Okay, you want to make sure that here's your day, your month, and the actual date and year. Make sure that's accurate. Over here's your time. Now I'm on the West Coast, so I'm leaving this correct. It's Pacific time. You gotta adjust it for, you know, whatever time zone you're in. Click next, and here we go. Now it's installing network. Noise you hear is just the CD-ROM kicking up, reading the disk. So right now it's telling us that it's copying files. Right here it'll tell you setup will complete in approximately 25 minutes, but now it just changed to 24 minutes. But it'll go a lot quicker than that. That's just as it states right here, approximately. Now. Excuse me. Like I said, on some machines it all depends on your specifications that the machine has. Some of them will finish up in way less of time. Others will be pretty accurate. I've seen others that the specs are just so slow, I guess we'd say, that it actually will take about twice as long. Your CD-ROM does also play kind of a part, depending on its speed. You know, the faster it can read, the faster, the faster your CD-ROM is capable of reading, the faster it'll read the data from the CD and you know, transfer it to the hard drive. If you're working with a slower CD-ROM, or you know, for some reason it reads slower, it will take a little bit longer. But this here is a 52 by, so it's not too bad. Okay, installing start menu items is just about done, as you can see. Okay, now it's telling us it's registering components. And see, it's already now down to 17 minutes, so 16. minutes, down to 9 minutes. Saving settings. And just a few minutes have passed. That's what I was talking about, the approximability on it. Yeah, now it just went to 8 minutes. Make that 7. And see right here, you notice this one now, the installing Windows has got the green dot next to it, and now the finalizing installation is highlighted in kind of an orangish red color, I guess. Approximately 6 minutes it claims, and a little less than halfway through the saving settings portion. Five minutes. This thing's really going pretty quick like. Now again, once this is all done, it's going to reboot, and then we'll actually boot up into Microsoft Windows XP Home Edition. On this particular Dell, I am going to have to go and chase the drivers. Some people are lucky and they still got their original reinstallation discs. With this computer, unfortunately, my friend lost his, and we're using a disk that I have, but that's where the code on the side of the case that I was describing earlier was coming in. Now that screen we just had again was the press any key to boot from CD. Just ignore that. You only need to do that the first time at the initial startup. Key. Now it's going to kick us into okay, the screen here. To improve the appearance of visual elements, Windows will automatically adjust your screen resolution. Go ahead and click OK. You're going to need to get on this one. I'm going to need to go to Dell and get the download the video and the audio and the networking drivers anyway. This is just a little bubble saying the display settings are low. Your computer screen solution and color depth are currently set to very low level. Blah blah blah. Just okay, take a tour of XP. If you want to, feel free. I always just exit out. Okay, this is saying some items cannot be shown. Now, if we notice, we go to the My Computer, and up over here on the left hand side, it says View System Information. Okay, this shows who it's registered to, your computer specs itself, Pentium 4, 2.8 gig CPU, 512 meg of RAM. This tab right here, it says hardware. You want to click on it, and this is Service Pack 1. Normally with like Service Pack 2, the Device Manager tab is right here, but this is Service Pack 1. We'll need to update that too. Device Manager is right here. Now all these with the yellow explanations are next to them are the ones I was talking about where we need to go driver chasing for. But luckily, with this being a Dell, we can go to Dell's website with the you know, the model of the number, excuse me, the computer that it is, which just happens to be a Dimension 3000. So we just go to Dell.com. You can Google search Dell Dimension 3000 drivers. It bring you up, you know, all the results. I always recommend actually getting the drivers from the manufacturer's website rather than trying somewhere else. Now this one here, this is your 30 days left for activation. To activate, click now. That does me no good to click on it right this second because we do not have the networking drivers for this, so it right currently this presently has no internet connection whatsoever.